To get more Reckles faces on your screen, what you need to do, the trick, is to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and that allows you 1 free sub each month. Oh, this is a bad idea. This was a bad idea. Bail out. Bail out. How much health does he have? He has as much health. Don't go to the crab area, everybody. Crab area is not your friend. Hey there guys, this is Reckles with WTBGold, and today we're taking a look at the 8.2 PTR. Now, there's a lot to talk about, so I'm going to split this up into a couple of videos, and today we're looking at leatherworking and skinning. And I do want to say first that patch 8.2 is amazing and beautiful, and I love it, and like, I know my PTR character is gonna get deleted, but like I can't help myself but log in to just do dailies because it's so much fun. Get ready for it. It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna get a lot more new people playing WoW with this patch. But there's a lot of nerdy number stuff to talk about, so let's get going. First things first, we have new skinning materials. We got Dredged Leather and Cragscale. They only come from skinning things on Nazjatar, one of 2 new zones. None of the new stuff is on Mechagon. That's all the normal BFA materials. Now, Dredged Leather comes from land animals, and the only consistently good farm I've been able to find is Snapdragons over by the ruins of Kal'methir. There may be others, but like I've done a lot of testing, and that's all I got. I'm sorry. It's about 700 to 800 leather per hour, though, so it's pretty good. But you do have to deal with 2 things. They're these big elites that pat around, and these Snapdragon hunters that do this really annoying, just repetitive jump back thing that ends up pulling the elites anyway. So just grab everything in the area right off the bat. Don't try to ignore the elites. They're gonna get pulled. And then just try to survive. You can pull them all in a little corner, and that way the jumpy Snapdragons won't jump away. They'll just jump into the corner. And by the way, everything in 8.2 like really hurts. So if you want a to-do list for prepping, start off by getting your characters, all of your alts geared. If you're under eye level 400, you're gonna die a lot. But next, we've got Cragscale, and this comes from like all the water life. Best farm I've found is 1,600 to 1,700 scales per hour. It's the Deeptide Frenzy down in the south by Tides Fall. They're just fish. You go back and forth between 2 sides of this little pond. They do hurt a lot though, and you are underwater, so try not to drown. Druids, of course, get to cheat here. This particular spot is good enough that Blizzard's probably gonna nerf it, even though competition would kill this spot by itself, and it's perfect for like a staggered respawn timer, but they're probably just gonna make them not skinnable anymore. So a nice alternative, if it does get nerfed, is Abyssal Eels. There's a couple different packs, but they do spawn in packs. There's lots of them. The babies don't drop leather, but you can skin everything else, and it's about 700 to 800 per hour on those. Oh, and there's also a rare by the Snapdragons, the fish, and one of the eel packs. So yay, free pets! Now, in Nazjatar, there is a, like, Warlords of Draenor bodyguard style mechanic, and those followers actually do a lot of damage. So, each day you get a daily quest that helps you level them up so they learn new abilities. Make sure to do those because those will end up helping your farming gold per hour considerably. Now, one of the interesting things you may notice from watching this footage is that I'm not looting bloodstained bones or calcified bones or tempest hide or mist scales. I don't know, Blizz must have finally watched my Essence Rant video and realized that having 4 base leathers do the same thing was needlessly complicating, but more on that when we get to recipes. You do still have the rank up system for gathering. Rank 1 allows you to loot 1 to 3 skins, and you just buy the recipe from a vendor. Rank 2 allows you to loot 1 to 4, and you get it from looting an item called Chum while you're skinning. You throw Chum into this special eel-infested pool right in the middle of the zone. It spawns ads, the pool gets bigger and bloodier, the ads drop more Chum. After 4 to 5 rounds of that, a boss called Vorkath spawns. Vorkath can also drop a pet. which is going to be pretty expensive early on, probably like 20 to 50k. So even if you already have rank 2 scales or leather, go ahead and kill them whenever you loot chum. Rank 3 allows you to loot 2 to 5, and you just get it as a random turn-in item while you're out skinning. Now, my guess is that the leather is going to be a lot more expensive than scales. There are twice as many leather wares as male wares, so the demand for that's going to be higher. And then you can farm up 3 times as many Cragscale as Dredged Leather, so the supply of leather is going to be lower. So if you're a skinner or sell raw mats or are trying to level leatherworking as cheaply as possible, they didn't balance the skinning farms very well, and there should be a pretty big price difference between the two. Okay, so let's talk about leatherworking now. If you don't make 1 million gold a week for the first 3 weeks of patch 8.2, you're doing something wrong. Gold making with the new patch is super easy. Get rank 3 on all the new crafted gear. This time it's Notorious Combatants gear. Then keep one of everything up on the auction house and stay the cheapest, but only undercut by 1 copper. All together now, only undercut by 1 copper.
Movie only undercuts by 1 copper.
People that undercut by more than 1 copper just make me want to... Don't crash your own markets. Come on, guys.
Okay, only undercut by 1 couple.
And that's it. I'm serious. If you just make one of everything current content, if you don't discriminate based off what you think will sell, if you just post one of everything and stay the cheapest, you're gonna make a ton of gold. And I'm serious about the 1 million a week too. Even this late into the expansion with low profit items, I can still sell 100,000 gold worth of Sinister Gear a day. Now, for the ranking system for leatherworking, for Notorious Gear, you buy rank 1 from a new profession vendor in Nazjatar, and you buy rank 2 and 3 from the new PvP vendor. To get rank 3 for all the recipes, you'll need 66 marks of honor. So start saving up and doing arenas or brawls on all your alts, because you need to have rank 3 on day 1. Prices drop really fast on new materials and crafts. Like historically, it's about 25 to 50% every 2 weeks for the first 2 months. And the good news for crafters is everything on Nazjatar hurts, like real bad. So people will be buying these. Okay, info for flippers now. All of the professions are increasing the maximum profession skill from 150 to 175, and you need 170 in order to buy rank 3 for all the professions. In order to max that, in order to get to 170 as cheaply as possible, you're going to need 180 of one of the new leathers, 110 Mistscale or Tempest Hide, 180 Bloodstained Bones, and 30 Expulsum. So everything involved in that is going to spike in price right at the start of 8.2. But then you have the crafts themselves, and this is going to be more long-term stuff. Sinister Gear, the current 340 stuff, uses Mistscale, Calcified Bones, Hardened Tempest Hide, and Expulsum. But the new 370 recipes only use Mistscale and Expulsum, along with Cragscale and Bloodstained Bones. Similarly, Sinister Leather Gear uses Coarse Leather, Hardened Tempest Hide, Calcified Bones, and Expulsum, and the new one uses just basic Tempest Hide, Expulsum, along with the new Dredged Leather and Bloodstained Bones. So, Calcified Bones and Hardened Tempest Hide are now almost completely useless, but I am expecting a huge increase in demand for Bloodstained Bones because they're now used not just for the Expulsum, but they're used directly in the recipes. Now, it's kind of hard to put an exact number on how much I think it's going to rise in price, but I'll try. Using the Leatherworking Bracer Shuffle, 1 Expulsum takes 27 Coarse Leather and 15 Bloodstained Bones. So, essentially, the old gear used 42 Coarse Leather and 15 Bones each, while the new gear uses 27 Coarse Leather and 30 Bones. Long-term, Coarse Leather's probably going to drop in price, but we might see a little spike right at the start while everyone's buying stuff to gear alts. But Bones are probably going to spike and then stay higher than they are right now, so that's a good investment. So in a nutshell, to make gold in 8.2, you want to craft all of the new leatherworking stuff, sell all of the new leathers, and then also sell bloodstained bones. In fact, if you for whatever reason don't like the new content, you could be fine. You could gold cap just farming and selling bloodstained bones in some of the more established BFA farms. But mentioning BFA established farms, while there are no BFA leathers on Nazjatar itself, it does drop over in Mechagon, and there's a cool little farming spot that is about as good or maybe better than the quill rats. Over by the Rustfeather rare, there are these rust wing birds that drop 4 leather and 4 bones each. So that'll be a great farm eventually once everyone has a little bit gear. And the rare there drops a really, really cool new mount. It's like the Rusted Model W. But that's it. That's about as in-depth a guide on skinning as I can handle. Farm your reps, level your followers, skin things, craft things, easy peasy. If you like the video, click the thumbs up. That helps me out so much. I really, really appreciate it. I've got a couple more 8.2 previews in the works, so subscribe if you want to see those. But otherwise, have a great day, guys. Good luck and happy gold making.